faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane.
Aaron Wiggins, the man who saved basketball.
If you are a Thunder fan or very active on NBA Twitter, I think it is safe to assume that the phrase Aaron Wiggins Saved Basketball has probably come across your timeline at least a few times. It has become almost a mantra and a rallying cry for Thunder fans going back to Wiggs' rookie season in 2021. Of course, you have the classic format of the Aaron Wiggins Saved Basketball meme, but over the last few years it has created a life of its own among Thunder fan circles with a ton of variations on the meme popping up all over social media. And as Wiggins continued to develop and grow as a player, so did the memes. And then we have the original that started it all. A gif of Aaron Wiggins back at Maryland simply framed with the words, Aaron Wiggins Saved Basketball. And little did anyone know just how much one gif would spread like wildfire across the Thunder fan base. But how did this meme start and what does it even mean? We travel back in time to 2021 when then high school sophomore Cody Burton, while living in West Virginia, was bored one day and simply created a meme about an NBA draft prospect that he liked out of Maryland by the name of Aaron Wiggins. Burton told the Oklahoman's Joe Masato that the gif was inspired by a meme Burton saw saying Marwin Gonzalez saved baseball. It wasn't a meme about a star, but another utility player just like Wiggins. I mean, where's the fun in saying LeBron or Michael Jordan saved basketball? Burton got creative and Wiggins just happened to be the name chosen to create a meme that will likely go down in history for Thunder fans. And hopefully will soon be a nickname officially recognized on Aaron Wiggins' basketball reference page, immortalizing him as the man who saved basketball. But what does it mean to save basketball? I don't know if there's a straight answer I can give you. So I think the best way to explain it is to go through a few past events where Aaron Wiggins saved basketball and the Oklahoma City Thunder. The first game that came to mind to exemplify Wiggins' basketball saving abilities was back in March of 2023 in a Thunder home game against the Suns. It was an up and down game where the Suns held control for most of the night, including a lead as large as 15 points. Going into the fourth quarter, the Thunder trailed Phoenix 98-90. The game was up for grabs, but OKC needed a spark in the final frame if they wanted to pull out a win. After not playing a single second up until that point, Thunder head coach Mark Daigneault went with Aaron Wiggins to start the fourth quarter. Wiggs left the bench and didn't look back that night, playing all 12 minutes of the fourth for OKC, tallying 7 points on 3 of 4 shooting, along with 2 rebounds and 2 steals on his way to turn the tides for OKC and save the Thunder from a loss. Just under 2 months ago, the New York Knicks made their way to town to face the Thunder. Both teams were red hot. This was the 4th time in NBA history that 2 teams on a 9-game winning streak or more had ever faced off. OKC trailed 97-92 midway through the fourth quarter, with the Knicks having control of the game, and an Aaron Wiggins happened. Wiggs turned into the Human Torch, scoring 12 of his 19 points, all in the last 5 minutes and change of the fourth quarter to help spearhead a 25-10 run for OKC. If anyone was unfamiliar in the Big Apple, after this one, every single Knicks player and fan knew exactly who Aaron Wiggins was after he literally saved the Thunder that night to keep OKC's winning streak alive, extending it to 14 games straight, taking down the Knicks and spawning this great clip of gilgeous-alexander and Jalen Williams in post-game media availability.
We're putting him in action. And guys are doing a great job. Aaron Wiggins,
basketball.
Everybody. Aaron Wiggins.
You saved that basketball, boy.
Thanks, Wiggs.
Aaron Wiggins kicked off February in epic fashion, scoring a new career high of 41 points, which dwarfed his previous single-game scoring peak of 28 points back in 2022. Wiggs couldn't miss, going 16 of 30 from the field, including 6 of 14 from 3, and joined Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Paul George, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Lou Dort as the only players in Thunder history to score 40 or more in a single game. The Kings had no answer for Wiggins, and it turned into a career night with all types of energy from the home crowd to help propel Wiggs to a new career high. And it wasn't just scoring either, as Wiggins also recorded his 3rd ever career double-double and received the extremely rare full first name and last name chants that boomed throughout the Paycom Center. 2025 just might be the year of Aaron Wiggins. Through 25 games, including 10 starts, Wiggs is averaging 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and half a steal per game on 55, 40, 88 shooting splits. Players can obviously have stretches of hot games that ultimately mean nothing, but these last 2 months from Wiggins don't feel like some sort of anomaly. I went back and watched all of Wiggs' tape so far from 2025 to figure out what's real, what's fake, and how Aaron Wiggins' basketball saving skills have contributed to possibly the best month of his career. Aaron Wiggins is one of the best cutters in the entire NBA. He has great instincts and vision to find space in the gaps of opposing defenses to slip behind them for easy points, while most of the attention is usually taken up by the likes of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. All of these are greatly timed where Wiggs just slides right into an easy passing angle for his teammates to find him on around the rim. If you were a defender with the Aaron Wiggins assignment, the last thing you can do is fall asleep or get caught ball watching. 1 second he's chilling in the corner or in the dunker spot, and the next second you look back to check on your man and Wiggs is scoring at the rim. The Thunder's frequent use of guard screens also helps Wiggs to shine as a roller. He's no Shaq rolling to the rim, but it once again shows off his overall versatility and malleability as a player. OKC this season has started implementing more actions specifically to get Wiggs the ball on these curls as well, and if teams are ready for the curl and try to face guard him on it or deny that look, then it's an immediate backdoor cut and another clean look at the rim. OKC has also been putting him more in dribble handoff actions. This is just one more way that Wiggs is able to use his pace on these drives where he's getting downhill coming off the screen. Whether it's in a pick and roll off the DHO, a pop out for the screener, or even a ghost screen, Wiggins has shown a ton of flashes in these situations, being able to capitalize on the plays that Mark draws up for him. One of, if not the biggest leap that Wiggins has taken this season has been as an on-ball creator. Mark Daigneault has given Wiggs a lot more freedom to generate shots for himself off the dribble, and it's really been paying off. Wiggs does a great job of keeping defenses on their toes by changing the pace in which he drives to become a more unpredictable player to defend attacking the rim. He also loves these spin moves where he gets a defender on his hip and uses their forward momentum against him as he spins and gets back to his dominant hand and finishes on the right side. The Thunder generate a ton of clean looks from three off a variety of drive and kicks, which has led to Wiggs' improved skills attacking closeouts really shining this season. Wiggins, who's shooting 39% from deep this season, is not somebody that other teams can dare to shoot or just give a lazy closeout to. Because of that, you see some super hard closeouts when he catches the ball from behind the three-point line. Wiggins does a fantastic job of reading these closeouts for when the defenders might be a little bit out of control, pump faking or head faking them, and then getting a flyby as he drives by them. When the Thunder create a turnover on defense, you can bet money that Aaron Wiggins will be one of the first players sprinting the other way to create points for OKC in transition. The second Wiggins sees his teammates get a steal, it's off to the races. Some players will see their teammates get a steal and take the opportunity to catch their breath, but Aaron Wiggins doesn't have the type of motor you can just turn off. He is routinely running by guys in transition to make himself available for these dump-off passes for easy looks at the basket. It's a super small sample size of under 30 attempts, but I have liked what I've seen from Wiggins in mid-range. That same spin that I mentioned on his drives, we see a ton of on his mid-range looks, where he uses spin moves and fadeaways to create extra separation on these shots. Another major factor in Wiggins' ascension this season has been his uptick in three-point attempts and overall volume. I asked Mark Daigneault earlier this week about what went into the process over the offseason to increase Wiggs' shooting frequency from deep.
With Aaron this year, he's had an uptick in just production and frequency from three. In the past couple seasons, he hasn't shot more than 2 a game. He's up to like 4 now. What are those conversations sort of like? Because I can't imagine it's as simple as you were shooting over 50% last year. We need you to shoot more. Is there certain spots, or what are you wanting from him?
It kind of was that simple in the off season. You know, it's when a guy shoots that well on low attempts, he's telling you that he can handle more, or at least it's worth exploring. And we've done that with a number of guys. You know, like Dub, you know, wasn't in a creator role initially, but he was so efficient in the system stuff that they just kind of start banging on the door. And so with Wiggs, we talked about it in the offseason, you know, wanting that and needing that for the team, and being willing to take a little bit of a step back in terms of the percentage to get more volume, and allowing that to net out. It's unlocked our ability to use him in different ways, and then we've started to put him on the move a little bit more. You've seen him, you know, fly off some off-ball stuff, and he also can drive it. You know, he's really put it all together very nicely. He's playing great for us right now.
Something that really stood out to me while I was doing research for this video was just how good Wiggins is on these above the break threes. For those unaware, above the break means anywhere on the three-point arc after the line breaks into a curve from the corner. Most of these are coming off just simple catch and shoots, whereas Thunder teammates find him mostly off of drive and kicks, or from Wiggins doing some small relocations into open space, but the most important thing is that he's knocking them down. This season, Wiggs is shooting 41% on above the break threes, which is roughly 6% higher than the league average. But what surprised me was that Wiggins was shooting better from above the break this season than he is from the corners. The corner three is viewed typically as one of the most sought after looks in the NBA because of its efficiency and often the spot most role players get stationed in to space the floor for their stars. This season, Wiggs is shooting just over 36% from the corners, which is slightly under the league average of roughly 38%, meaning that Wiggs is 5% better as a shooter from deep on shots above the break than he is from the corners. And this isn't a sample size thing either, as just under 64% of Wiggs' attempts from three this season have come from above the break. This isn't something that will put a scarlet letter on Wiggs as a shooter below the break, but it's exactly what it looks like at face value. Not good and not bad from the corners. I'm curious to see if he can improve on these corner looks. Other than his rookie season, Wiggins in every year of his career has shot a higher percentage from above the break than from the corners. The Thunder are going to take good looks from three whenever and wherever they can get them from. But the corner three has historically been especially important for teams in the playoffs where things become more of a slow half-court game, and Wiggs' ability to reliably knock down shots from the corners could be potentially a game changer for OKC in the postseason. They say game recognizes game, and Aaron Wiggins as an elite cutter knows all about the art of timing up passes to cutters. He does a nice job of keeping his eyes up along with being patient enough to wait for passing lanes to open up to drop the ball off to his teammates slicing towards the rim. rim. All the same threats that Wiggs provides off the dribble, creating or attacking closeouts as a scorer, are also there for him as a passer in drive and kick situations. Wiggins excels at beating his defender off the bounce, drawing help, identifying the open man, and hitting them on the money for a clean look from 3. His basketball IQ and high processing speed also really shine with these quick passes. Often he's making the play before the play with these touch passes that set up his teammates for easy shots before the defense has any chance of rotating. No different than when he scores on the break. As soon as the Thunder force a turnover, it's like a starter pistol went off and it's off to the races for Aaron Wiggins and his OKC teammates. Wiggs is happy to share, whether it be on a drop-off pass, a hit ahead to the guys out in front, a lob, or something with a little spice like this behind-the-back pass. If Aaron Wiggins is anywhere near the ball in transition, it's most likely not going to end well for the defense, whether he decides to call his own number or move the ball to a teammate. Wiggs has also really jumped off the page this season in the way that he's cleaning up the glass on offense. He reads the ball extremely well, not only off the rim and off the backboard, but also off his teammates' shots off the release as well. The Thunder last season, for the most part, punted on offensive rebounds to prioritize getting back on defense in transition. This year, OKC has mixed in some more frequent crashes from players on the perimeter to try to generate extra possessions and second chance points. In a league where it can get pretty ball watch heavy on shots, Wiggins is always on the move and hustling. And often Wiggs is converting these offensive rebounds into second chance points all on his own with these putbacks. Whether it be a simple tip, grabbing a rebound, or going right back up for a putback dunk, 2 extra points here and there can make all the difference in a big game playoff type situation where buckets are hard to come by. Defensively, Wiggs is also a helpful contributor to OKC's stock market as another steals generator. Sporting an almost 6'10" wingspan, Aaron Wiggins is not the guy you should test with any type of loose entry pass attempts. Whether it was a fingertip or a full hand, time and time again whenever players tried to float an entry pass over Wiggins, it was almost always either intercepted or deflected to spark a turnover. Similarly, Wiggins really excels at jumping passing lanes. He has great anticipation and feel for when to break on the ball and pick it off. Whether he's guarding 2 guys at once off the ball or playing as a low man and sneaking into frame, Wiggs does a great job of turning what would be passing lanes into a no-fly zone for opponents. He also has great hands and knows exactly when to pounce on a loose ball handler to force turnovers. He pokes and prods at opponents' dribble, testing for security until he finds the right moment to pop the ball out, and then it's off to the races for the Thunder going the other way. I would pretty confidently say this has been the best sustained stretch of Aaron Wiggins' career, but what do you think? Where have you seen the most improvement from him this season? What is your favorite Aaron Wiggins Saved Basketball meme? And which is your favorite all-time Aaron Wiggins Saved Basketball moment so far in his career? Let me know down in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed what you saw today, make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel so I can keep making fun Thunder content like this for all of you, and hit that notifications bell so you never miss out on any of my future uploads. And as always, until next time, thanks for watching.